With the Oscars coming up, I've been trying to play catch up and try to catch up on some 2024 movies that I didn't get to watch in 2024. And after watching these films, here's my updated ranking of all the films released in 2024 that I've gotten to see. At the number 10 spot, I have the potential frontrunner for Best Animated Picture at the Oscars. I have Flow. After seeing it win the Golden Globe for Best Animated Picture, I really needed to see what all the hype was about. And my God, is this film absolutely gorgeous. While watching it, I basically equated this film's style to basically like if Bob Ross painted a Studio Ghibli film. This film just follows this black cat during this apocalyptic flood, basically, and it's just trying to survive and finding other animals to try to survive with it. The film is beautiful, but as someone who owns a cat and is starting to love cats more, it's very anxiety inducing. It's hard to watch all this crazy stuff this cat goes through and not feel just like on the edge of your seat and just cringing and hoping that this cat survives. I will just say, spoiler alert, the cat does survive. So if that's something you're worried about going into it, the cat does survive. All the main characters survive. So you can go in and watch it and try to enjoy as much as you can, knowing that the cat's going to be fine. But I do very much highly recommend this film. It's an absolutely beautiful film, very well animated, very uniquely animated, and I absolutely loved it. At the number 9 spot, I have Saturday Night, a film I have said how much I absolutely adore. I've been a long time fan of Saturday Night Live, kind of like a student of them as well, always trying to find out things about their history and some of their past cast members, some of their best sketches and stuff, especially with SNL 50, that whole celebration that just happened. All of this just really combined into me just absolutely loving this film even more. Not only is this film great, it really captures lightning in a bottle and has incredible casting. It has some of the best casting that I've seen in a film in a very, very long time. They cast people like Chevy Chase and Aykroyd and Belushi and Gilda all so perfectly and makes the film even better because of it. If you're a fan of comedy, if you're a student of comedy, absolutely watch this. It's so awesome. Up next, I have Nosferatu. I said early on in some of my early reviews that the Count Orlok mustache really threw me off. It's really growing on me as more time goes on because I think the addition was really good, and I love the whole look of Bill Skarsgård as this iconic character now. So now that doesn't really knock any points down for it anymore, but my God, this film is just so beautifully shot. It's got some incredible moments, incredible jump scares, incredible score, incredible acting performances like Lily Rose Depp, along with Bill Skarsgård and Nicholas Hoult and Willem Dafoe, and all these amazing actors all make this film so incredible. It's going to be remembered as one of the best horror movies of the decade for sure. It's so good. And up next, I have We Live in Time. I don't see a lot of people really talk about this film as a top 10 film of the year for them. When a film just hits me so emotionally like this film does, I need to take that into account and give it some extra points because for a film to really move me to tears, it really takes a lot. And the connection that I felt to Andrew Garfield's character and Florence Pugh's character that just reminded me of my own marriage just made the film so much better and made it just have such a special place in my heart now. And that labor scene in the gas station bathroom is one of the craziest scenes and also one of the most beautiful scenes I've probably ever seen in a film. And we are now just outside my top 5. At the number 6 spot, I have Wicked. This film was just absolutely incredible. People really like the dog on the visual effects and the color in it. It really doesn't bug me that much because the performances are so good, because the music is so good. And despite the visuals maybe being a little gray, I still think that the visuals still look really, really good. Obviously, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande both gave performances of their lives in this film. And I personally can't wait to see what's going to happen in Wicked for Good later this year. Now entering my top 5 is probably a big surprise for you guys is Smile 2. I absolutely adore this film. I think it's gonna be up there as one of my favorite horror films of all time now. Naomi Scott gave an absolutely powerhouse performance as Sky Riley in this film. And not only is it a great horror film, not only does it have great jump scares, not only does it have great horror elements with the Smile aspects of it, carrying on from the first Smile movie, but Sky Riley also had some bangers, some absolutely incredible music that they made to make it more realistic that she's a famous pop star. And if a horror movie can make music like that that I want to jam to in my car, like my God, that's got to give us some extra points. Come on. And even outside of that, the opening one shot is absolutely incredible. And the end, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this ending. It's easily the best horror film of the year for me, and I really am excited to see what Smile 3 could potentially have in store. And at number 4, I have Challengers, a movie that was once at the number 2 and the number 3 spot and keeps moving down a little bit, but it's still my only 5-star reviews of the year. I'm just completely obsessed with the way this film was shot, all the different time jumps, and the way the story is told. It's all just so awesome. Zendaya has an incredible performance in it, and it's an absolute crime that this got no Oscar nominations. Entering my top 3 is my newest addition to this list, Sing Sing. This is just an absolutely beautiful story told and acted out by the actual people who lived it. Like, not only is the acting incredible, the story's incredible, all these incredible scenes. Coleman Domingo is off the charts, but the credits getting to show all these guys who are playing themselves, like, I can't imagine watching that and not getting any kind of chills or any kind of extra feeling from that. It's all just so beautiful. Another film snubbed at the Oscar should be a Best Picture nominee, and I hope Coleman Domingo comes home with the Oscar for Best Actor. And we're now at the number two spot. At the number two spot, I have The Wild Robot. This is just another film I absolutely adore. Another film that really moved me emotionally. Animation is beautiful. DreamWorks is just absolutely coming out with some of the best animated films of the last decade. This, with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, DreamWorks is at the top of animation right now. And the story, the score, the voice acting is all just absolutely gorgeous in this film. And it looks like they're making more of them, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do more with the story. Chris Sanders just knows how to make an incredibly beautiful and emotional animated film, and this just adds to his illustrious career. And at the number one spot, still to this day, I still have Dune Part 2. I've talked this movie to death. The acting, the action, the visuals, everything about this film is just perfect for me. And it's been the number one film in 2024 for almost a year now. It still just is that top film of the year for me. A lot of people may disagree, but I just don't think I can name a film better than Dune Part 2 in 2024. What do you think of my ranking? What are some of your favorite films from 2024?